Hello folks, this is my knife throwing video. Primarily this is for my family, for those who might wonder what is it that Grandpa does all day with his free time. And this is one of the things that I do. Picked up knife throwing because one of my grandsons was interested in it, and he recently joined the military and was unable to take his knives with him. Evidently the Navy won't let you bring your own weapons. So I took an opportunity to borrow his knives just to play around with it and see if, what kind of success I could have. Now, this is not going to be the most informative video that you're going to find on the internet for knife throwing. There's a lot of videos out there, a lot of good videos. Some of them actually contradict each other, but if you view enough videos, you'll find a lot of ideas about how to make knife throwing successful. Perhaps the best use of this video, or most informative part of this video, will be the target that I built. This is a target that can be easily set up and disassembled in your backyard, and I'm real happy with the way it came out. Okay, so this is my target, all made from scrap wood that I collected over the years. I'm a bit of a hoarder when it comes to wood. So we have our four 4x4 posts. Yeah, looks like they're about 2.5 feet long, and then four of them scabbed together using these 1/2 inch by 2 inch furring strips, which I actually salvaged from a mattress box spring. I thought would be interesting to disassemble it and put the fabric and the metal into a recycling bin, and then save these pieces of wood. They're kind of crappy, but they serve the purpose. So you see I've got the 4x4 screwed into this furring strip here. I've got up here at the top the same kind of assembly here with another couple of pieces that form a rectangular socket that the main support leg will fit in. One of the interesting things to note here is that, I don't know if you can see it very well, but there's a shim placed right here between this piece and this piece to allow for a little more clearance for the main support leg to slip through. I'll show you what I mean. So here is the main support leg, and it slides in like so, and that supports the weight of the target. Over here are the remaining two legs of the tripod that will rotate around this single screw that attaches them together and allow them to form the two remaining legs of the tripod. Okay, here's the target set up in a tripod fashion. You can see how it all fits together in the back here like this. One thing I added later on, after I've been throwing for a while, and I noticed that the target started getting a little wobbly, added these ears here on the side that rotate and kind of lock that in a little bit. And kind of stiffens it up a little bit like that. So we have a nice, sturdy, rigid target. So I'm going to be throwing from about 13 feet. One thing I forgot to mention about this target of mine is its longevity properties. As you can see, I'm throwing here and starting to chip away a fair amount of wood, and eventually this the degradation might get to be too much. So the nice thing is about this target, besides its ability to be set up and taken down easily, is all I have to do is remove these furring strips, unscrew these furring strips in the back, rotate these posts 90 degrees, and boom, brand new target. So basically I have 4 targets in one here. This is going to last me a very long time, probably longer than my interest in knife throwing. Additionally, one other slight modification I made to the knives are these. I put some yellow tape on the handles here, and that has helped me find any errant throws I might have. I once spent about a half an hour looking for one of these knives, so this tape has helped me find them a lot easier. Maybe in retrospect, white tape might be better. Okay, let's talk about the mechanics of throwing a knife. There are three things that are going to determine whether you make a successful strike or not. One is the distance to your target. The other is the point at which you release the knife in your throwing motion, and the other would be the force with which you're throwing the knife. Now, if your knife is rotating too much, you need to move closer to the target. If it's not rotating enough, you need to move farther away. I said in my earlier video, I'm throwing about 13 feet, I think. 13 feet is what I'm throwing, and it seems to be a good distance for me. The second thing is your release point in your throwing motion, and you just simply release the knife. You don't flick your wrist. You just let the knife sort of slide out of your hands, and you release it somewhere about like right here. The next thing would be the force with which you throw it. If you throw it too hard, the knife's going to get to the target quickly and won't have enough time to rotate. If you don't throw it hard enough, it's going to rotate too much and might not even stick. Now your stance, this is where some of the videos contradict themselves. Now the stance that I've been using is right foot forward because I'm right-handed, and facing, turning sideways to the target and throwing it like so. Everybody from the Knife World Throwing League, they stand with their shoulders facing square to the target, and they're throwing the knife kind of like, almost like a dart. Doesn't really look that cool myself, in my opinion, but they're throwing from 10 feet for a single rotation and 15 feet for a double rotation. None of those have been very successful for me. So that's how I'm doing it. I'm just having fun, not going to compete with anybody. So let's look at some throws. So there you have it. There's my rather amateurish attempt at a knife throwing video. Just to let my family know some of the things I'm doing for fun. If you like it, like it. If you hate it, hate it. Couldn't care less, really. Just having fun. So long, kids.